welcome to another episode of Focusology. I'm your host, Wolfrey, aka Night Wolf. I know it's been a minute once again, but pretty much a lot has changed. A lot of things took place and transpired, as you want to say, since the eclipse, which was like my last episode. What I ended up doing for pretty much most of the people that's in my life that is in my circle, I cursed them all out because I had this surge of energy that I wanted to give to them, for them to be able to just enhance their abilities within manifesting whatever it is that they want to do. So I ended up calling them, telling them go outside, do some grounding, raise their hands up in the air like we're forming a spirit bomb, and I was going to send them energy. So I did. Things have been working out for them, and I'm definitely glad that it is. I'm also honored to be able to assist them what it is that they are doing for themselves. That's number one. Number two is I received a message about me going through the next phase within myself spiritually. Like, the first one was the excitement, one who just wanted to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn. And the next phase was the femininity part, which sounds to most people who don't really understand different phases, or they'll think it's just some sissy shit, but it's not. It's just me being able to open up and see things in a different aspect. Like, pretty much opening up like my sensitive box. Because most of the time it's there, but I do contain it only because of that's just part of who I am, and also just not really having much of an outlet other than this, and a couple of friends that I talk with. But I'm not going to take away from others. It's just I just don't open up as much as I need to. But in the femininity part, which was funny, was like I was, watching movies and animes and shit and just busted out crying. I was sitting there watching the damn beatbox competition, busted out crying. I'm sitting there watching some other, shows or movies, and I was just busting out crying. I'm like, what the hell am I crying about? Couldn't figure it out, but it pretty much just made me be able to, I would say, be more empathetic and sympathetic for people in their situations and whatever they're experiencing, being able to have more patience and understanding. Right? It's all good. All dandy and good with that. I'm not going to knock it. I appreciate that phase, but at the same token, I'm just like, I need this shit to hurry up and finish because it was weird for me. But I also seen beauty in a lot of things, which made me just stay in it as I was supposed to. And then I finally received a message that from the next phase, which is a complete opposite, it's like the yin yang type thing, is going to be the emotionalist one. Now, this individual pretty much is like that person that if you never had a fight inside of you, if you just was like the yes man to everybody and you just sat there and just regretted doing a lot of shit for people, or you put yourself in situations that you regretted doing because you didn't have that backbone. The emotionless one is just pretty much the one where it's just like, look, if you're not going to be part of the growth, there's no need for you to be around. If you don't have nothing that you can contribute, not only to my growth, but to yours, I have no needs for you. It's very cutthroat. He is very cutthroat. And just direct and to the point. The bad part about it is like, in the midst of understanding what's to come. There's people that you care for who you gotta let go of, you know, and it could be an inner child, it could be whatever, you know, that's holding them, you know, holding on to them dearly. But for yourself and your own personal growth, if there's individuals that's holding you back, you gotta let them go. Yeah, we all could see the potential inside of somebody. We all could sit there and wish the best and hope for the best for all of them, or hope that they'll grow in the ways that they need to lighten up their situation, and then even help lighten up yours. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. You know, sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. As long as the people are open enough to be able to receive what it is that you're trying to show them and teach them, and take that in for themselves and be able to, you know, start working on themselves, and then also asking for assistance if needed, you know, with your guidance to help them grow, it's a beautiful thing. But for the ones who don't, yeah, unfortunately, you just gotta let them go. So I definitely just been experiencing things that just has been helping me get on the way. Like, unfortunately, one of the most biggest things that, I mean, I'm working on it, but it still crushed the fuck out of me when it happened, is when my car CV axle and lower control arm snapped. My car's name is Alien. And throughout everything that I've been through till now, Alien's pretty much been like my sanctuary. He's a part of me, you know, and to see him, I don't even know how to express it really, but for that shit to happen, and to see him fucked up like that, it did a lot to me. It definitely put me in a deep state of depression. And, you know, my brother Soto definitely was sitting there talking shit, even though at that moment I didn't want to hear it, even though I agree with him. But on the other side, I'm going to say it, damn it, I wanted to knock your damn head off. Because in the midst of me doing the whole sharing energy thing, you know, one of my friends was at a very dark place and willing to give up and just say fuck everything, and bottomed out. And I'm like, you know, with me understanding that and knowing the phases that I have to, well, I don't know all it, well, I would say I don't know it, but then again I do know it, and it's weird. It's just, my level within the spirituality is just weird, because it's like I do know everything, but then again, in the human form, I don't know. So it's like I'm awakening myself for me to be myself, to get to myself. But, you know, she bottomed out. And from that, it gave her that peace, that space that she needed to be able to receive exactly what it is that she really deserves without having a form of desperation. And it's like I needed that, but damn, I ain't want fucking Alien to get fucked up. Like, there's plenty of options on other things, you know. Don't fucking take away my car. That's my piece right there. Any moment, if I'm pissed off, if I'm happy or whatever, I'm an Alien. And whatever mood I'm in, I'm playing my music, I'm in my zone and all. I could travel the fucking whole galaxy and universe as I feel an alien. But I get it. And then just the way things been transpiring afterwards, like, even with my job doing this trucking shit and just personal issues, it's just like, fuck, y'all. Really, fuckity, fuck. Like Jay and Silent Bob. Fuck, motherfuck, motherfuck, noise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck, fuckity, fuck. Anyway, but yeah, I did some other shit too. I'm not going to share that. I just apologize, you know, for my actions and what I did. I will not send out that picture again. Nor will I ever do that again. I just had a complete fucking mental breakdown, and I'm still regrouping from everything. It's like you shouldn't anticipate your next phase, even though you know it's coming. And the only way I could really find reasoning in my actions. Wait, no, I'm saying it wrong, but I'm just gonna keep going with it. Within my actions right now and being able to accept the next phase, I can only visualize myself back in high school when I was a gothic kid. Like when I used to just be in gothic mode and not wanting to be bothered and just, oh, fuck it all and this and da 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 da. Because I have to be able to be in a place where it's like nonchalant to accept it. I can't be in that form of desperation and, oh, yes, please, I'm waiting for you to come. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's not going to come. It will come, but it'll take a lot longer. It's just, like I said, knowing is one thing. But being able to know in this form and teach myself all there is to know from my higher self it's a pretty fucking tricky task. I'm not going to say all of the time it's exciting because it's not. But there's plenty of excitement, exciting times. Like, if it's a percentage, I would say definitely 70 to about 80% excitement, 30% to 20% of bullshit. But that's just part of the process. I know from last month I was supposed to do it after the eclipse, but something just hit me. Like, after I did my grounding and everything during the eclipse, I took some shrooms and, naturally I gave B some shrooms too, and we just chilled out and all, enjoyed the eclipse, but definitely something awakened inside of me. It's more so dealing with self-value, respect, honor, love, and just another level of being tired of everyone's bullshit. And it's not like just, I don't watch the news anymore. Like, since 9/11, with the bullshit with that happened, I just don't watch the news anymore, really. Like, even when COVID took place, I wasn't on every news channel watching to see what took place. I was there. I was in ground zero, both of my job sites, working at the post office and doing security work. Both jobs was ground zero for COVID, where it was the heaviest flows and all you seen was nothing but ambulances all fucking day, all fucking night, and even COVID was a crock of shit. But I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people got lost in it. I'm at a pat me hum to all of them. But and if anybody is wondering what that means, that's just pretty much wishing any of the dead, like animals, people, and all, and you want to wish them off to the better place. You just say Maddie, pad me, hum, and but yeah, it's just, I don't watch the news, so there's just too much in that. Just too many hidden messages, too many cover-ups, and stuff like that. So my separation from, I guess, the social media world, even with social media, now I just do it where I'm not on consistently. Like, if I'm on for a week, more than likely the following week or the week afterwards, I'm on for another week. Just separating myself from all of these different frequencies and giving into the image of things that's created for people to just pretty much put themselves down more because they don't have what the next person has. And I've never been the type of person that would be jealous or envious of anybody. I like watching on social media people customizing their cars or people carving sculptures out of wood or just different forms of art and music and cars. Well, to me, cars is a form of art and music. The better that you construct it, the better you design it, the better that shit is going to sound, the better them damn tires is going to scream. That engine's just going to have its own unique sound. So, I put car customizations and all inside of the forms of art and music, but that's really what I go on there for. I got a couple of brothers where we sit there and send each other bullshit. You know, just because we know living in this fucking world, or actually in this dome, that there's just so much that we got to deal with. And what better way to keep our sanity than to send each other bullshit? You know, dark sense of humor is pretty much the best thing to do, honestly. Instead of just sitting there depressed or beating yourself up about this and that and all of that shit, like, destroy that shit. You know, you already know that you're in the funk. The people that you care for know that you're in the funk. So what's the best thing to do? Have fun with your funk. Which is why one day I sat there and I was so fucking pissed off. And I realized that too. Within this phase is like, even with me being pissed off, I'm not that person who just gonna bust out yelling and screaming and then wanting to break shit or do whatever. I just been a lot more calmer. I was so pissed off one day that I couldn't do nothing but sit inside this truck, put my mask on, and do a fucking video with Woofy. Woofy is this wolf that I have that one of my friends gave me. Thank you, Gemma. And it looks so sad and innocent, but when you squeeze the ears, it makes an angry face. So I did a song from I think it was Five Finger Death Punch or something like that, because I was just like, you know, in that moment I was just tapping into nothing but all of my darkness. And whatever song it was, it may be Five Finger Death Punch or it may be something from a heavy metal group that I listened to, and I just did a video on it. Why did I do the video? I don't know, but I just needed to get that frustrations out. And when it finally got posted, you know, people were like, "Oh, you got a lot of time on your hands and this and that." And I was like, "No, I'm really fucking pissed off, and this is the only thing that I could think about doing." You know, so that just shows evolution within oneself, because before there was a time where if I was mad, I really didn't care who it was. I'm just going to knock somebody upside the head and just walk around just snuffing the shit out of people, or even doing worse. So I'll take me doing goofy ass videos and then posting them up, even though I'm not really one of the type of people who broadcast like what I'm feeling or what I'm going through, let alone who really gives a fuck to listen, right? But I just had the urge to do that, so I did. So yeah, back to the emotionalist part. But this individual is the one that's going to be helping me in a lot of situations or areas within myself that I never really accomplished, only because I always thought about hurting others' feelings. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you're concerned about hurting other people, but you're not really focusing on... Actually, no. You're focusing on how much these people are hurting you. And even when you address it to them, it's like fucking nothing. So, at the end of the day, you could talk to these group of people, keep talking and talking and talking until your fucking voice box just explodes. But when do you get to the point where it's just like, yo, you know what? There's nothing to say. You know, and the best of my abilities, I'm going to keep a smile on. Or even if I'm not smiling, I'm just going to stay focused on what it is that I'm going to do. And not let these people keep holding me back, holding me down, or affecting me in the ways that they do, only because I gave them that position within me, dealing with my inner, you know, my younger selves and all. And honestly, it also deals with a lot of trauma too. When people experience trauma in their lives, there's certain characteristics within yourself that you hold on to. And you just gotta let that shit go. As easy as I'm making it sound, I know it's hard. It's hard for every fucking body in their own areas. And it's not really saying, well, I'm going to try. Because trying gives yourself the opportunity to just do an inch and say, fuck that mile. Or make the step. But then afterwards, go right back to your norm. So... Or the other ones, I can acknowledge what's going on, but shit, I've been like this for so fucking long, it doesn't make sense to make a change. So fuck the trying. Just do. And everything else, when all things don't work for you, from you trying, just fucking do the complete opposite. Just do it. Literally. Like Nike says, just do it. You know, so there's just certain things that I have to be able to overcome, and certain parts ain't easy because, you know, these individuals hold a big part in my emotional side, and I've also realized dealing with my inner child and all, there's just certain things that I wasn't fulfilled in receiving. Naturally, love and affection and attention, you know, it was just all false. And then just being stuck there, because it's like, in a way, my younger child has that desire to want to do and be and have a family and this and that. And I told him, like, look, you're going to always have family, whether blood or no blood. But what we need to do is be able to move forward so we can finally get to be expressive in our own ways, with no regulations, nobody looking at you sideways, nobody judging you. Having your peace of mind, the freedom to be who you truly are, and not have no regulations, you know, is one of the best things to have. Now, if you got people in your circle and they support all of it, not saying for you to do some weird bugged out shit, just being able to grow within yourself in a positive manner and become successful. You know, and where you lack at, if they have the ability, they'll help you grow as you help them grow in the areas that they lack in. You know, it's just all within that connection. So I had to tell my younger self, like, look, there's nothing wrong with loving them. It's cool. But you got to do the shit from a distance. There's some of them you can love. There's some of them that literally all they did was just cause you a lot of shit throughout your life. Leave them the fuck alone. I don't care if they're blood or not. Just leave them the fuck alone. How long are you going to sit there and accept constantly being hurt by the same people, hoping that things will change and get better? It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. You know, and it hurt his feelings. So now I got to sit there and hold him to make him feel better. But at least he knows now that he has somebody he could come and talk to. There was a time that he didn't. And he was lost in his world by himself. There was no mommy or daddy to talk to. There was no brother or sister to talk to. No cousins to talk to. Not even himself. So at least now I'm providing that protection for him to be able to come to me and talk to me as much as he wants, with as many questions as he has, and I can answer them and still provide that security and understanding that he needs. And to me, that's another thing that I feel a lot of people who ever went through anything really need to give themselves. You know, before thinking on anybody else and what others is capable of doing, fuck that. Is what can you do for yourself, really? You know, but this next phase is definitely going to be something magical. I've been seeing so many signs in it. Like last night while driving, I seen an owl. I'm seeing fucking just different type of creatures. You know, I'm always seeing the sun, whether it's rising or setting, and seeing a rainbow around it. Some people can say, oh, that's fucking chemtrails, you know, and shit like that. But to me, when I see it, it's just a feeling that I get. Now, if it is that, then definitely I won't feel a form of like rejuvenation. I won't feel like something is definitely about to come that's going to change everything in the dynamics and the way my life is going right now. So, you know, other than the numbers, you know, they got triple numbers and other numbers for different meanings. I don't know them all. But anytime I see certain numbers and I feel a certain way throughout that time, I'll look up and see what it means. And all of them been saying the same thing. Following your intuition, knowing that your higher self, or your higher self, your ancestors, or even fucking extraterrestrial beings is reaching out to you, letting you know that something is coming. Now if me and my brother Soda was talking about this shit, he'll be like, yeah, dealing with your ass, it'll be the apocalypse, but it ain't gonna be that. I ain't gonna lie. If the zombie apocalypse did happen, I would be so fucking happy right now, because I got so much frustration inside that I need to let out. And what better things to do it on than zombies? But whatever's coming, I'm excited for it. I really am. I'm not going to even say that I'm waiting on it, because I'm not. A part of me is, I ain't going to lie, no, I'm lying. A part of me is, but not as much as it used to be. That expectancy and, I can't wait for it to come. Like, look, you come when you come, man. Because you put yourself in that place where it's like it's coming, then you're constantly looking for it. And then it's just like, you don't know how long it's going to take, and then by then you're fucking drained because you put all your energy in that shit. So it's not me turning my back on it or whatever. Just like, look, when you fucking come, you come. I'll be ready to accept it. I know there's going to be some uncomfortable things in it, but I know it's for the change of good, especially for myself. So it is what it is. But I thank everybody for whoever's listening. I could go further, I'm not going to lie. I could. But right now, I'm just going to keep it short and simple. So, thank you all my celestial beings for listening and tuning in. And definitely, I'll be doing another episode. Like I said, it's not going to be every week. I'll try to kick it up a nickel maybe every 3 weeks. But definitely once a month, I'm going to start doing that more, Other than that, just keep riding with me. I appreciate everyone, alright? Owarida. Oh, sorry. And another shout out to my brother, Owari Wawa. Yes. This fucking dude, obsession with the Wawa right now. Wait until he gets down south, he's going to go butt fuck crazy. Just with gas station foods. But, I'll catch y'all again, alright? Until then, keep elevating, keep growing, keep loving, grow within volume, within yourselves. Alright? Warrior, and out.